Hello there guys, and welcome to Storm Infinite. In this video I'm going to try and teach you some of my personal top 8 basic rules for Warzone in Elite Dangerous. So let's get started. Rule number 1. Only buy a ship you can afford to max out with money to spare. The simple reason behind this is if you die you need to be able to have enough money to be able to pay for the insurance to get your ship back. Otherwise you lose everything and have to start again. Rule number 2. A-rate everything, and I mean literally everything. Everything on your ship, every component, all the weapons, everything you've got, make sure it's as best as it possibly can be. You need to have the best shields, best thrusters, best shield cell banks. Everything needs to be upgraded, and this means that your ship is at its top capabilities to be able to take on just about any enemy you have in mind. Rule number 3. Search for a war zone near to or in a system with a station that is repair ready. This means you can get to the station, repair your ship quickly, and then get back in and make as much money as you can without wasting too much time trying to repair your ship or doing more outfitting. The fourth rule is to choose the right faction. As soon as you get in the war zone you are neutral, so you will not be fired upon. However, if you choose the wrong faction, you could lose quite badly. So the best thing to do is just spend 2 minutes looking at all the other ships and see which faction has the biggest ships, and then go for that faction. That way you have a higher chance of winning and making more profit and less likelihood of dying. Rule number 5 is to get to know your ship. Ideally you want to do this before you get into a war zone, but you need to be able to know your ship's limits, the capabilities that your ship can do, how it can turn, how fast it can go, whether or not it can get out of a situation, and what kind of advantage your ship has over your enemy's ship. For instance, if you're in a Fer-de-Lance, then you've probably got better weapons than most other ships there. So your advantage is going to be weapons, so basically you're just going to shoot the hell out of people. However, if you're in something like an Eagle, then you're probably going to have maneuverability as your advantage. So you probably want to stay behind the ship and shoot the hell out of them and keep out the way of their front. That way you can shoot them without getting fired upon too badly. The sixth rule is to know your limits. Similar to rule number 5, you need to know the capabilities of a ship, and you need to know how low you're going to go before you get out of that scenario or get out of that war zone as quickly as you possibly can. If you leave it too low, you have a high chance of losing and dying and ending up being destroyed. However, if you set it too high, then you're going to be travelling between the station to repair and the war zone to make money too much, and you're going to be wasting time. So you need to set a bar that is balanced between the two. And the 7th rule is to choose your opponent. It's important to make sure you choose the right opponent, otherwise you're going to end up being destroyed very quickly within this battle. Make sure you choose the right opponent in comparison or with environment in mind. Look for where your allies are. If your allies are next to a really large ship, then feel free to go for it, because it's highly likely they're going to join in and they'll probably be shot at before you are. If you stay behind an Anaconda and you've got a large amount of allies with you, it's highly likely they're going to be taking the fire and you're just going to be sitting in the back cruising, taking all the credits. The 8th and final rule is to make sure that you choose and target a ship-specific systems. For example, if you choose and target a power plant, it makes it a lot easier to destroy the ship. You do not actually have to destroy the ship in order to destroy the power plant. So if you destroy the power plant, you could actually have 20% health left on the ship, and the ship would actually self-destruct. Doing this means you lose less health and therefore can stay in the war zone for longer, wasting less time. And those are the 8 most basic rules of Warzone combat. If you follow these 8 basic rules, you're highly likely to be able to make a lot of money very fast. So thanks very much for watching guys. If you liked it, please like the video. If you know anybody else who's interested in Elite Dangerous or want to share a video, please feel free to share it. And if you want to see more content, please feel free to subscribe, because it really helps the channel out. Thanks very much for watching guys, and we'll see you in the next video.